Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Pisces, for your meditative session, you guys got Beaver Spirit, Lay a Solid Foundation, number 6. I really like this for you guys because it doesn't speak about being passive, right? It speaks about putting in a lot of work, right? But what they're saying is that they're going to be handing you like the twigs. They're going to be handing you the parts that you need. You just have to put in the work, right? And what really stuck out to me about this card was that it's like what you want will come to you. Just keep building your house, right? Keep building your foundation. Keep focusing on like that, right? And I really, really like that because I feel like at times we all kind of just focus on love, right? Or we all focus, I mean, there's different types of people in this world, and there's some people that just like only focus on career. But for who I'm talking to now, I feel like I'm talking to somebody who, you know, same as me, like I daydream about love, right? Like I don't daydream about, I mean, yeah, I love thinking about like what my house will look like and shit like that, but I can never imagine being at a home without someone there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always like this other person, the thought of someone else, right? And I feel like Pisces, same as you, like you think about that person in the house, but what they want you to think about is like the house, the foundation, right? Like keep working on yourself and like whatever it is that you want to achieve, basically, right? And that then as you work on yourself, things will come for you. So please, like, don't be passive. And, you know, I think we can get so absorbed in like love and shit, and they're telling you keep that focused, like keep that in the back of your mind, right, as you're working, but keep like building your future for yourself, like that foundation, that house, right? What your achievements, your goals, like go for it, right? And then like that's when you'll meet that person that they'll bring for you, right? Like maybe this person is tied into that, right? Maybe if you haven't met this person yet, they will come when you're like focusing, you know, let's just say you start a new career or something, or you get a new job, that person will be there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like just keep focusing on this foundation and the person will kind of be brought to you. So yeah, Pisces, that's what I'm getting for your meditative session. Let's pull some more cards and see what we get. So Pisces, I feel like the main message for you guys in this week's reading is to understand that you don't have to like wait for this person to create the life that you desire. Like you're more than capable. With this 8 of Pentacles, I see this is supposed to be you, like someone who's very abundant, someone who can create whatever they choose to create. And I feel like, again, she's on her own, right? And with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it shows to me like someone who kind of isn't creating, right? Like someone who isn't laying that solid foundation, right, for themselves. And I feel like, again, it's because you're attached to someone else. This could be like, you know, you're waiting for this other person to come by, or you're waiting for when you get married, or like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some sort of like waiting that's going on here, and they're telling you to like stop waiting, right? Because you're more than capable of doing all this by yourself. Like, you don't need them to start this solid foundation. Do you see what I'm saying? The Three of Pentacles is someone who is like creating that foundation, right? Like planting the seeds for something to grow. And again, you're like being kind of asked to lay that solid foundation. And I feel like, again, they're saying you're not alone, like, right? Like, you have aid from like the divine, from the universe. Like, there's things working for you. So you're not alone. And if you start to see it that way, then you will be able to create, again, anything that you want. Again, I know that your emotions are really tied into your abundance, right? Like, and it's not a fault, it's a positive thing. But it can be a fault if you let it consume you, right? And you put priority of someone else over yourself. So that's kind of what this is about. It's like believing that you can do this on your own. Like, you don't need anybody else to have this abundance, right? And even though you are tied probably to someone else, or you're waiting for someone else, or you're like in love with someone else, so you're saying like this person might not be there like right now, they're telling you not to wait, right? Like, that this abundance, even though it is tied to your heart, like, right, like, it would never be true abundance if you didn't have like that person with you, and they understand that, right? Like, they're not saying that that's wrong. I think they really like appreciate that about you. You're very in touch with your emotions, but what they want you to know is that they're going to kind of bring this person for you, right? And I see this other person here. It's so funny. I see him, right? I feel like I'm talking to a feminine. I have the Queen of Cups here, which I feel like is you, Pisces. And in between that, I have thought with the King of Fire, right? So I feel like you have decided on this person, right? Like you have like in your mind, I feel like already the person, right? Like your abundance, again, like I already feel like you're tied to someone, to be honest, or like you have someone in your mind that you want to create with, right? And I feel like this is for someone who has someone in particular, like it could be a fire sign, right? Because I'm getting the King of Fire. This is someone who kind of like already has their attachment to someone, right? And what I'm getting with this person is a lot of things, right? So to clarify the thought, right? Because I was like, okay, so what are they thinking, right? Like, what's the thought of this Queen of Cups? Like, what are they thinking about? Because they came first. So it's like, what are they thinking about this Queen of Cups? And it's like, they're confused with the moon, right? Like, they're confused. There's no other way to say it. It could be that they see you as the divine feminine because the moon is the divine feminine. It could be that. But first thing I got was confusion, right? Like, they're confused. And I feel like they're praying, they're like trying to seek guidance. They're trying to like get like the hand on this. But you see there's a lot of darkness, right, in these two cards. And then there's this like light illuminating the way. They have to kind of probably follow their intuition right now, which is something I feel like for this King of Wands is very difficult, right? Like they have to go on their emotions and their intuition, right? There's no like wand here. There's no pentacle, which I feel like we're more into the, like this other side of them, right? And it's harder for them, to be honest. It's harder for them. They have to navigate through this side of themselves, and that's what you're like kind of waiting for, right? And whether you've left this person or not, I feel like this is them. Like, there is a potential for them to leave wherever they are, and to understand like what this is, that this is like a soulmate, and to actually put work and like come forward, right? Like, this is the potential. And I feel like with the thought card, they have thought about this. So you're not alone in thinking, like, you're like, yes, they have thought about this, like coming forward, trying to put work in. They have put like thought into this, but they haven't, we're still in thought, right? We're still in confusion. We're still in like this kind of darkness, right? And you're not sitting in that energy. Like, you're sitting in the 3D, the pentacle, right? The 3D, right? Like they might be like they're in like the other worlds right now, where they're in like the cup and the like sword, right? And you're in the wand and the pentacle, right? Where I feel like it's more 3D. It's more like, okay, so tomorrow, what am I going to do with my day? Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas they're like kind of needing to figure out their heart, their emotions, who they want to be loyal to. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the realization that this is their soulmate, and then going forward and putting work into it. This Chariot is the Emperor, right? The Emperor is the one that has to come forward. The masculine energy is the one that has to come forward and has to be able to want to put work into this, right? The Seven of Wands is putting work into it, like a relationship, right? And I think this will be illuminated to them. The confusion will be gone because the Two of Cups is coming up, and that's like someone understanding what this is, right? But they have to like, again, they have to work their way through the water, right? Like they have to get through the water. Like they're not in the 3D, right? Like you see how there's so much water here? Like there's water here, there's water here, there's water in both these pictures. They're right now, that's where they are at. They're in the water, right? And you're Pisces, you know what I'm saying? So for you, it's an easy energy. It's a very easy energy. It's so simple to you, but it's not so simple to them. And that's what you need to understand. Like this person could probably be like the exact opposite of you, right? Like someone who's not comfortable in their emotions, not comfortable with the water, not comfortable with that element, or they're trying to gain some sort of like, you know, they're trying to understand it, but the cup for them seems to be hard. And that's what they have to navigate themselves through. And I feel like they will, right? It's like they have to put work in the 3D, right? But they have to go through their emotions first. They have to go through this water. And that's what I'm getting. They have to go through the water. And what I feel like is interesting is that I feel like there's two ego cards out, right? The ego cards came out, the Hero and the 10 of Swords. And I see this as like ego and someone who's kind of refusing to put work into something, like refusing to like, or they're putting a lot of work in doing like what the opposite of what they should be doing, right? Like if they're supposed to be going through the water right now, then they're like not. You know what I'm saying? If they're supposed to be going through their emotions, then they're not. Like they're very stubborn, they're very like, you know, not listening, right? And that's what I'm getting with the Scribe in reverse, is like spirit trying to like guide them, and they're not listening with it in reverse. They're like refusing to listen right now to what's been going on. Or there has been some sort of refusal in the past to what's going on, right? Everyone's at like a different point. But I find it really interesting that they keep telling you not to wait, right? To just go without this person. And I feel like that's really hard for Pisces to do because I feel like their abundance is tied to their emotions, right? Like abundance and emotions came up together. So it's like, maybe for this person, their abundance is also tied to their emotions. They have to navigate through this water, right, to get to where they want to get. But again, it has to be with like work. And here, I feel like why the ego card is coming out is because they're like putting on a front, right? They're being the opposite of this. This could be like them coming forward. They might be coming in the wrong way, right? Because the Hero is someone who's like completely armored. And then the Integrity card came out underneath, which is someone who's completely naked, right? So it's like, again, maybe they have to just get in tune with themselves, but it could also be like the way that they might approach you, right? Like they're going to approach you like this when they need to be approaching you like this. What I really feel like it is like them putting on this like facade still, right? And that's why maybe this hasn't come into union. Like there's no union yet because this person still, again, has to go through the water. They have to come in this energy and they're still sitting in this energy. And I feel like it's really frustrating for you, to be honest, because it's like, when the fuck are they going to be ready? You know what I mean? Like, but it's funny because with the Hero card, what came out was the 10 of Cups, right? It's like, I feel like they know like this is what they want, but they hide it. And they go from like an energy of going to an energy of staying, to an energy of going, to an energy of staying. And I feel like the messages that they have to kind of go through, again, the water, they're being held back because they maybe the way they want to come in is wrong, or maybe they're going to come in and they haven't changed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a degree of like work that they need to do that they haven't done yet. So it's like they're being suspended, they're being held. And I think it has a lot to do with like the way that they want to come in and the way that they're acting, and like the fact that they need to sit in this energy and they're sitting in this energy instead, right? Like they're completely covered, they're completely armed, and they need to come in this energy, like completely vulnerable and ready to start something new with you. So that's why I'm telling you, they're telling you not to wait. And there's something here that's like triggering this person's ego, right? And it's like they're doing the opposite again of like what they should be doing, right? They should be like moving forward and like trying to go at something very like aggressively and like passionately. But I feel like with this in reverse, it's kind of like, again, they're just being suspended at this time because they're not there yet. And I feel like what they need is what they're bringing to them is judgment, right? This is what they have to face. They have to like face themselves, basically. Again, they have to work through this water to get to you. And this is like the first step, like taking a look and maybe taking a break, right? Maybe this person's like out a lot, drinking a lot. I see a lot of like cups here, right? Celebrating. Maybe they party a lot And in reality, this is the way they feel, right? But then it's like, reveal yourself, show yourself, like take the mask off then, like how do you actually feel? And they numb themselves possibly, right? About like, they're numbing themselves. They don't want to know, they're hiding it, right? They're not there yet. And I feel like spirit is doing their best to get this person there with judgment, upright. But still, it's a journey for this person. It's going to be a journey. And again, this person will meet at the right time. But like, don't wait for them, because I don't see them being ready. They're still in the thought of this, right? They're still thinking about it, and they have to navigate through this, right? And who knows how long it's going to take. Do you know what I'm saying? Will they even ever get there? It's funny because I feel like their abundance is as attached to their emotions as it is for you. Like, they can't go on. They will never achieve real abundance unless they get to this part of themselves, right? So it's kind of like, well, why wouldn't you just do it now then, right? But it's hard for them. There's some things that they have to go through, and they will achieve this abundance once they get through this, right? They have to take a look, right, at a lot of things. There's just like a lot of, it's not even work, it's just feelings, like opening yourself up to feelings, opening yourself up to love, like opening yourself up to wanting to start over with somebody. You know what I mean? That there's a lot of, to be open is going to take some work for this person, because I still feel like they're hiding, right? They're hiding behind, like, they're hiding their pain, right? And I see that they're actually in a lot of pain with this 5 of Cups. But I think maybe another reason that they don't want to look at it is because it is painful, right? Like, whatever they have to take a look at, it's painful for them and they don't want to. But again, the message for you guys is to keep going and to start that foundation. And again, it's a 6, right? So it's love. It's about love. The divine is there for you. Like, you're never alone. The love that you have for this person doesn't have to go away. It doesn't mean that you're moving on from this person. It just means that this person is still in this, like, maybe they're like super jealous and they need to work through that. You know what I mean? There's things that they need to work through. There's energies that they still, maybe there's something that happened in the past between you that makes them like very mad, makes them upset, and they still haven't gotten over that. Again, you're a Pisces, and I feel like I'm talking to Pisces, and I feel like Pisces is very, like, again, tied to their emotions. I think it's so easy for a Pisces to forgive, right? The cup is also about forgiveness and loyalty, and I feel like maybe that's the part that they struggle with, like forgiveness, but that still has to be worked through, right? That's not like your issue. And if they need to forgive you still, then that's something they have to work through. Again, there's work that this person has to do. For everybody, it's gonna be different, but they have to do that work, right? And I feel like they're gonna get there with judgment. I feel like they'll get there. It's just, it might take longer than like you thought it would, right? Again, just start without them. Not start without them, like you have the capacity to do this on your own. Like the vision, the future that you envision, start creating it for yourself. So yeah, Pisces, I really love this reading. I love you guys. Let's pull some advice. You already got Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. Let's see if there's any divine feminines for you. So yeah, Pisces, I still feel like it's like you guys are sitting still in different like levels, right? I feel like Fatima is for you, the mother of imams. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Like, you have kind of given yourself over to spirit, to the divine, to love. You know what I mean? It's like, it's easy for you, like, to forgive. It's easy for you to like let things go. It's easy for you to work in that cup, right? And it's not for them, right? Because they got Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. Again, light is without end. It's like they're in that mentality. It's like koi fish spirit, right? Like where things won't, it's never enough. It's never enough, right? Like they think things are like always bound to end, and that things like there's a mindset that they have that, again, that things will end, or that there's not enough, they don't have enough. So that mentality is what's holding them back. Again, they're holding themselves back. They have to do this work. They have to connect with their soul. They have to connect with the light, basically. And you already have. So for you, it's easily, your cup overflows, right? It's like you can give endlessly, whereas they can't. So it's like until they're ready, I feel like that's why this hasn't happened yet. And again, the potential is there, but it's kind of when they're ready to work through this. And I feel like it's definitely possible with the Judgment card coming up, right? But again, you're being guided not to wait. So yeah, Pisces, I really love this reading. I love you guys. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.